I'm putting it live, this class. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyapati Pashad Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, we are live now already. Great. Okay. So we are recorded. Let's go to the basics. Okay, so what I'll do, 20 minutes, I'll silence everybody. So I will, Nirman, you want to, okay, you said that you come first time. Okay, so don't mind, I've silenced everybody for first 20 minutes. I'll just briefly cover this chapter. Then let us just discuss the various things. Hare Krishna, Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. This is the 42nd edition, which I've been running now. And I wish that all of you introduce all your friends also to this course. This is our DT Shishi Radha Govinda, whom we worship in Bangalore. And this whole course is based on the teachings of, this founder Acharya of ISKCON, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was a great devotee. With the kind of service he has done to Lord Krishna, he is very, very dear to Krishna. But just always, first thing is to appreciate the Guru before we take his teachings. I'm just repeating what I read from his books. This is Bhagavad Gita as it is. If you read that book, it will be very clear. He has given a beautiful commentation. Srila Prabhupada actually comes in what we call a Guru Parampara. I don't know how many of you understand what's a Guru Parampara. The subject will be taken up in the 4th chapter. So here, right from childhood, he is a great devotee. He used to request his father, give me the Radha Krishna deities that you have, one more set. I also want to worship. And father was very keen that he become a great devotee. He encouraged him in that way. As a small child, he used to do Rath Yatras in his locality. And then later, when he was 26-year-old, he met his guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, the great Acharya, who during the time of Britishers, my voice is clear? During the time of Britishers, he made 64 mathas. So he was a great Acharya during that time. And on his order, the first meeting itself, he ordered, a young person like you, spread the message of Gita all around the world. He said, your intention is correct, but today we are a Gulam country. We are being ruled by somebody. First, let us get rid of this, then we can do this. He says, no, it is so urgent, cannot wait for all this formalities. Please proceed immediately. This work should not be, wait for any other circumstantial change. And he took it that seriously. And even he was a family man by this time. He started to develop this movement. And later, at the age of 55 years, he left his home, went to Vrindavan, took Vanaprastha ashram, and then very soon he took the sannyas ashram. He became a sannyasi and fully dedicated to just that one order. Can you imagine how special it is? And till 70 years, he was trying to establish movement in India. You can see he was writing books, magazines, and distributing man to man in India. But he was not just interested like a small temple, worldwide mission to spread the Bhagavad Gita, create a revolution in the world. That was his desire. And then finally, at the age of 70 years, he realized he's not getting much success. Let me try from America, because Indians are, at least at that time, just imitating America. And so on a cargo ship, he went without any money, no money. And he landed there. Where is the place of preaching? On the empty parks, big parks, people gather. He is doing Sikh Kirtan alone, and people are participating. And He spread the movement where no other magic than the magic of the name of the Lord. People used to feel so peaceful it feels. Yes, very nice. What are you chanting? Who is this Krishna? Who is this Rama? They don't know. He's educating them. And then gradually he made the mission and it exploded. 10,000 Americans, mainly Americans, joined his mission, youngsters. He trained them. Yeah, and after training, he gave them responsibilities. Just imagine getting a free army without any expenditure. 10,000 people, even in India, if you hire, how are you going to pay? And around the world, even big personalities like George Harrison, everybody became part of his initiative. And he started traveling worldwide. And Krishna consciousness or ISKCON became a household name. Now, any country in the world, ISKCON is there. Any important city, ISKCON is there. And in India, every city. We have 250 centers in India already. Now let us, okay, this is a brief introduction. Let us come to this chapter. Arjuna's Yoga of Lamentation. This is also called in Sanskrit, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. He is meditating uh, uh, on the great disaster the war is bringing. Just like you see there is war happening in Palestine, Israel now, or Ukraine. What are any announcers? Can we avoid this? Why they have to fight? So many innocent people are getting killed. So that time situation is different. They don't fight in the cities. They collect in a battlefield and they knew how to fight even in a civilized way. Okay, we have a difference. We will fight, and then we fight in the battlefield. We don't fight where that's what we are talking. The children's, the women, the old people. Why they have to be brought into the war? It's none of their business. Some people want to fight. Okay, you fight some other place, and that also from morning to evening. Okay, so now in this chapter can be divided into 5 parts. First shloka is the only shloka Dhritarashtra speak. And then 1.2 to 11, then will be the meditation from Dhritarashtra shift to Duryodhana. And he'll speak something for 10. That's why his character will get revealed. See, any person when he speaks, it reveals his mind. Dhritarashtra reveals his mind. We will study that. Duryodhana reveals his mind. And then something else happens. The conches are blown for the war to start. Okay. And then next thing is Arjuna, the third, the hero of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna observes the scene and Arjuna makes a decision. He will not go to fight this war. That's the chapter. Okay. See how neatly arranged as a shloka. You will get this as a PDF, which you can keep with you when you are. My desire is you should study the book. Bhagavad Gita, my request to study Bhagavad Gita as it is, that will be best, because on that commentary only I am teaching you. Now, the same battlefield, there were different reactions. Okay? That is what this chapter is all about. Dhritarashtra had one kind of reaction, Duryodhana had another, and then Arjuna had another. Okay. Now let us go to the detail. That's all this chapter. There's a very famous shloka. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyusavaha mamaka pandavas chaiva akurvata sanjaya. Dhritarashtra is saying, Dhritarashtra uvacha. Uvacha means speak, he says. What does it say? Dharma kshetre. Dharma means a holy place, correct? Dharmik admi hai to. Kshetra, in a holy place. What is the name of that? So this becomes like an adjective. What is that place? Kurukshetra. So Kurukshetra was actually a holy place. Even before the Mahabharata. Kurukshetra dharma acharet. In the Veda, I said, if you want to do religious activity, do at Kurukshetra. Okay? There is a big list of spiritual activities which has happened at Kurukshetra previous to the Mahabharata. Samaveta means collected. Yuyusavha, fighting. Who? Mamakaha, my. Mamaka means my. Pandava means the Pandavas. So you see, this person is doing something very funny. He's too conscious that my children and sons of my brothers are different. He's revealing his mind. Prithak bhava, political mind, my sons, his sons. The brother is not there now. Unfortunately, he's already left the world. So you should not talk like that. Our children's, correct? He's saying, no, my sons and sons of Pandu. You can see his mind is what called nepotism. When you are encouraging, he knew Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. What did they do? Why you are asking what did they do? So I generally make a small joke of it. This is the Dhritarashtra. That actually, this is done. I explained this to you. This I compare to 3 stages of milk. Milk when you boil, it's like Dharmakshetra. It's auspicious. When new house is open, housewarming, first thing is boil the milk. And Mahamaka Pandava is like, breaking the milk. Breaking the milk, They say, no, don't break the milk sometimes. Then, somebody in a family is speaking something, hey, don't break the milk. Don't break the family. So he's doing that. Mahamaka Pandava, he's doing that. He's trying to break the family. His mind is not seeing it as one children's. At the end of the day, the brother is not there anymore. I should take care of. They're also like my own children. Even today, things have worsened so much, but still, suppose somebody's brother dies, he takes care of his brother's children like his own children. But it looks like his head is not straight. And then he says, Kim Akurvata. So, Rasgulla. Why Rasgulla? Because suppose I give Rasgulla to somebody and I ask, what did he do? That means I'm suspicious whether he will eat or not eat. I'm not sure. So, the Dhritarashtra, how is he looking at the battlefield? Okay? We can determine that actually his mind is full of doubt, is very fearful, is partial. Okay? We can keep going on. And then I'm developing the concept of attachment and affection. Just like Vidura had affection for the Dhritarashtra. That's nice. He kept always advising. He was, the 3 sons of Vedavyasa in this family. One he gave birth to Dhritarashtra, then was Pandu, and then was Vidura. And Vidura was born to Dasi, but still, some of you know the story, how that happened. But still, Dhritarashtra was very respectful to Vidura because he was highly learned, very, very learned personality. And actually, Vidura is the incarnation of Yamaraj. Therefore, he has to be very learned. And he used to always come. And Dhritarashtra's elder brother, with the duty as a younger brother, give him good counsel. My dear brother, you should rule like that. And he was very benefited by that. But one advice which he was not able to follow was that he was telling him to get rid of Duryodhana, even from before his birth. There's such inauspicious symptoms before Duryodhana was born. He said something is wrong with this child, which is he's going to destroy the family. So he kept advising him. And one day Duryodhana publicly insulted him. And at that time, Vidura just walked away from the palace. And after the Mahabharata war, again he comes and keeps instructing Dhritarashtra. And Dhritarashtra then understands his mistake and goes for spiritual development. So that is called affection. He's not attached. So we should have actually, even for our children, we should have affection. Attachment is a sign of weakness. Even in fact, as parents, when you attach children, take advantage. Attachment. Dhritarashtra was attached to Duryodhana. And he was seeing the son is doing activities which are not correct. But because of attachment and his own, some unwanted, Dhritarashtra also had a desire. Dhritarashtra. Therefore, this word can have a negative meaning. Capture somebody's kingdom. The kingdom never belonged to him. It was his brother Pandu's and then was going to Yudhishthira. He grabbed it and he wanted for himself and his family. He never was seeing who was more capable to rule. He never saw that. Lord Krishna saw Yudhishthira is capable to rule. Therefore, he came on the side of Yudhishthira. Abhyuthana madharmasya tadatmanam sujamyam, to remove Duryodhana kind of adharmi people and put virtuous person like Yudhishthira. So that Dhritarashtra's meditation on Duryodhana is attachment. But Vidura's is affection. So you decide. Actually, we should avoid attachment. We should have affection. It will always be peaceful. So compare, now you can keep developing the symbolism. Our mind actually is like Duryodhana. It keeps, and we, like Dhritarashtra, very attached to the mind. We do not scold our mind. We cannot take any correction because of mind. So our mind is like Duryodhana, and Dhritarashtra is somebody who should counsel the mind, not become controlled by the mind. Beautiful. And then dissatisfaction. And now, then you may say, why is it that the Rashtra ended up in so much, created so much mess? Dissatisfaction. He had everything in his life. He was living in a palace. He had a very, very beautiful and exemplarily chaste wife, Gandhari, who won't close her eyes to follow the husband in every step. Who will do like that? We can't even dream today like that. First thing, nobody will marry. And if you marry, he's not going to do this. Take it. Then he had a brother like Vidura. He had Bhishma at the palace. Take it. What more you want? A father is Vedavyasa. Everything is great for him. But this person didn't have one thing, eyes. Why? Last life he had removed eyes of a bird for fun and killed 100 children. So he had this fate with him waiting, a karma coming back to him. What goes around comes around. So in life, we also, like Dhritarashtra, have many, they say in English, count your blessings. We have many things in life, but something we may not have. True? We should not cry for that. Take it. Some reason God has not given you. Be happy. If you have dissatisfaction in your mind, then what is your faith in God? You have no faith in God. And dissatisfaction will lead to what? Adharma. Dhritarashtra had dissatisfaction in his mind. He was very dissatisfied. Okay? And then what? Even Karna, for that matter. Many people seeing TV serial think he's a hero. For me, he's not a hero. He was dissatisfied. He was a demon in previous life called Sahasra Kavacha and get so much harassment. And in this life, he was two people combined together. That's Sahasra Kavacha and Surya. Therefore, he shows some good qualities and some major defects in his life. Okay. And dissatisfied. Meanwhile, why not honored like a king? Though you're going to do adharma. So had Dhritarashtra, suppose, didn't have dissatisfaction, very interesting thing would have happened. Very, very interesting thing. At the end of the battle, Yudhishthira won. After that, he took care of Dhritarashtra the way Duryodhana never took care, because he's a gentleman. Every day morning, he used to come and bow down to Dhritarashtra. Please forgive me for what all I did. You took care of me, but I killed your children. There is no sinful person. This Bhagavatam records this. His behavior is exemplary. And today, how is your health? Just like we should do. Duryodhana was just exploiting Dhritarashtra. He was just using, like many spoiled children do today. They're not bothered about the children, just use. He was not using. And then, as today, we have some major decisions to make. You are a very learned person. Can you tell me what I should do? And take his advice and then go to the court. He was actually, had he from day one not done the adharma of, putting his idiot son Duryodhana and encouraging him in his sinful activity, giving poison to Bhima, burning their house, what all he did not do, that boy. Take care. Any kind of sinful activity he was doing, and he would have been actually happy. Maybe Yudhishthira, actually the inheritor, the king, the world would have been very, very happy and peaceful, and there was no world war. So just imagine what all havoc we can have without dissatisfaction in our heart. Surely be happy. Whatever Krishna gives, be peaceful and happy. That's what I deserve. And adharma, what is the relation with dissatisfaction? Dissatisfaction lead to adharma. Similarly, Karna, dissatisfied and sided with Duryodhana. He knows he is a sinful person. Well, no, you say, what would have happened if Karna would have followed Dharma? Very nice. Before the war, Krishna personally went to offer kingdom to Karna. You all know that. And he said, no, I'm implicated already. He would have got the kingdom because Yudhishthira was a morality person. In fact. He would not even have touched the throne had he come, his elder brother is there. He would have got everything. So life, there are dissatisfaction. To remove dissatisfaction, don't become Beiman. Don't become corrupt. Remain honest, even in your profession. Sometimes they feel, no, I should have more money. What do people do? They become corrupt. Then what happens? They get caught. Then what happens? Everything becomes you. Why don't we remain honest? And if Krishna willing, whatever I get in my profession, I take it as prasada, and I'm happy with what God has given. Ishabhadamidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagatena taktena bhunjitam agadaksutana. Okay, so we know what would have happened. I discussed this. Now let us proceed with, I gave you a brief idea. See, this chapter is kind of an introduction to the whole Bhagavad Gita. Pashaitam Pandaputra Nam Acharya Mahati Chamum Yudham Drupada Putrena Tava Sishyena Dhimata. Now, this Bhagavad Gita is so nicely written, it doesn't need anything support. Not that you have to read Mahabharata to understand Gita. No, sir. First chapter takes care of how as much you need to know for the context it explains. How beautifully written, how it should be read. That is also there. How to understand Bhagavad. That's also there in Gita. It's a complete, like a bottle of medicine has everything written. So he's saying, Pashaita, I'm seeing who? Panduputra now, sons of Pandu. Who is speaking now? Duryodhana. Okay. Acharya Mahati Chamu. What is this Mahati? Such a big army these idiots have brought. Vyudham. Hmm. Vyudham. This big vyuha they created with the big army they have. Drupada Putrena. He is continuously is a politician. He is saying Drupad just to incite. He wants to just use Dronacharya. So he wants to incite him. Before the war, he should have come for blessing of Duryodhana. He was in panic actually because he didn't expect Pandavas with such a big army. He didn't expect. Now, when the war started, he is now in fear. Therefore, he did something extraordinary. He ran to the camp of his commander. He should not have done that. He's a king. He should have said, please call Dronacharya. In fear, politician will do anything. They adjust anything. Just like that. They change parties. Within 5 minutes, they change parties. Different ideologies. They don't bother. Because they know they are not in for anything. They're just for something else. So similarly, Duryodhana, he is not here for dharma or anything. He is just for somehow keeping his power. And he's run to the Dronacharya. But the same way, he has no culture. What he should be doing? Fall at his feet, seek his blessings, and take guidance. What I should do. Rather, he's trying to play with him. That's a politician. Drupada, because somehow Dronacharya had some weakness. He was also like attached to his son Ashwatthama. One. Another thing, he had a dissatisfaction in his heart with some dealing with Duryodhana. Actually, by that, is disqualified as a Brahmana. A Brahmana means, Brahmana is not a birth certificate. Brahmana is a post. Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. And a spiritually elevated person should not have some negative in his heart. He had some, the story of Drupada and Dronacharya, which should not have happened for Dronacharya. It is a mistake. When you're fighting in boxing, you take advantage of the weakness of the person. If there is a cut here, you hit there only. He knows his weakness, he's inciting. Drupada Putrena. See, he didn't say Drishtadyumna, Drupada Putrena. See how bad it is. Tava Shishyena Dhimata. And see, your son. Again, why? Because this fellow is such an idiot. In his another word, which is not saying that when Drishtadyumna was born to kill Dronacharya, you know the story. And Drishtadyumna came to Dronacharya only. Can you, teach me how to fight? And Dronacharya thought, anyway, I'm going to die one day. So he had great qualities. Actually, majorly he had great qualities. Some one or two couple of weaknesses. And he says, anyway, I'm going to die one day. So let me do my duty. I teach you. He agreed to teach you. And this fellow, who's the fellow? Drishtadyumna knew how to arrange the army in a phalanx. And who taught him? Dronacharya. So he's saying, see, you kind of such a fool are you? Can you see that? How is he manipulating him? Actually, if I analyze Duryodhana, I found various political traits in his speech. In the few shlokas you speak. Okay? Intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada, Dhimata, very intelligent. Buddhi. Okay? This is Duryodhana. Okay? The political behavior, and we analyzed, we found various traits. Okay? Number, he called Drupada Putrena, you saw. We can see the politician. He said he's saying, he's there. So Dronacharya can take war a little seriously. Okay? He first mentioned the name of Dronacharya when he said about his army. First he takes in his few shlokas, around 10 shlokas, first the army on other side, then on his side. And to encourage Dronacharya, first he takes his name. Because otherwise Bhishma was a more powerful warrior. And also Dronacharya happens to be from a Brahmana community. So more respect. Careful. Protocol. Politician means he's careful of protocol. He took the name of Kripacharya and Ashwatthama as the chief captains, again to encourage him. He took the name of Vikarna because everybody is hearing him. Now, Vikarna was Duryodhana's youngest brother, but he was independent minded. During the attempt to strip Draupadi, he had objected to it. This guy is independent minded. So he took his name along with the name of Maharathis like Karna, Ashwatthama, Dronacharya, Bhishma, Vikarna also, which was again a political statement because Vikarna was not a Maharathi, but he just took his name just to encourage him. Can you see a politician? Okay. And then he says there are many heroes who prepare to lay down their life for my sake. And then finally, this is a very difficult thing, the last one. He said, he uses the word which has two meanings. Aparyaptam. Now, aparyaptam has in direct meaning in Sanskrit, which says unlimited. Okay? But it has another meaning. If you do sandhi vichit, aparyaptam, incomplete. So Bhishma fell. He says Bhishma leading the war. It's aparyaptam. So one meaning came. You type Nirukti Dictionary, it has both meaning, opposite meaning. So Bhishma heard, oh, great, it's complete. But then Dronacharya has nothing to do. Dronacharya took the second meaning. Okay, Bhishma is leading the war, but it is not complete the strength, and I have to put in something. So expert politicians, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, each element can be discussed a lot, but just brief telling, analysis. These are done by various people. Okay. Next. Now, Arjuna now comes into the picture and he says, yes, Krishna, you brought me in the battlefield to fight with Atataina. Atataina means an aggressor. Now, in the legality of Vedas, an aggressor can be killed. There is no sin when you kill an aggressor. And he is talking about 6 kinds of. Suppose somebody is trying to give poison and you're trying to protect him, the people, your family, and he's putting poison in the food. In that course, if you kill him, fine. Duryodhana did give poison to Bhima. Now, if he's killed, there is no sin. Somebody comes to burn your house, you jump outside the house to protect your house, and he's killed. There's no sin. It happened in Goa. Some person kidnapped some people, and one of them was a American army man. So in the course of that, the physical fight that occurred, he put something, they do kind of a neck lock, and the man died. That army man was not arrested because he was trying to protect. Okay, you can appreciate. When he attacks with deadly weapons, he has come for that only. A thief, he stole their kingdom. One who occupies another's land, he did that. One who kidnaps one's wife, he tried to insult the wife. So you can practically see everything they have done. So actually, if he killed Duryodhana, there is no sin, according to legality of that time. So there's one part. So Ghoshudat Rashranam Hridayani Vradarayat Nabascha Prithivim Chaiva Tumulo Abhyanunadaya. So different kind of conches are blown, but very interesting thing happens. When the conches are blown, nothing happens to the Pandavas. Pandavas are peaceful. But we see something happening to the Kauravas. The Kauravas' heart shakes in fear. When Bhishma and the bigger army, Kauravas were 1.5 times, 11 Akshauhinis unit. Pandavas are 7 units. So smaller, 1/3 smaller, you can say roughly. So the bigger army, when they blew the conches, Pandavas just standing like that. But when the Kauravas, when the Pandavas blew the conches led by Lord Krishna, the Kauravas, the heart were shaking in fear. Because Pandavas had faith in Krishna. And the Kauravas, no. So on your own abilities, when you have faith, then always in your life you will be shaken. But you have faith in Krishna? Yes. Okay, we all know Pandavas win the war. The various reasons we can see. What are the reasons for the signs of the victory of the Pandavas? We see, I will just do it off. We say we are in Dharma Kshetra, we are in a holy place. It will side with the holy people. Holy people will be blessed in a holy place. The spatial chariot, like we say, spatial tanker today. This was given by Agni. It can travel anywhere. So, if you have a spatial tanker, then you're going to win. Kapidhwaja, he has a blessing of Hanumanji. Okay. Shank Nada, he is actually had the mood, the Lord Rama. Hanumanji fought for Lord Rama and was successful. Same Lord Rama is in my chariot. Krishna and Rama is same personality. So please bless me, Hanumanji. I can win this war. So very so sweet actually, so sweet. So in that mood you're going to win. Kapi Dhwaja, Shankanada. How jo dar gaya wo mar gaya. There was so much panicking. Gandiva, Pashupati Astra. You see, Arjuna had his Gandiva when he came. Spatial missile launcher, you can say. Takta Jivata. This was like a small thing. Apshakuna. And from his mouth it came. These people have come to give their lives for my sake. Small thing, but he did speak something inauspicious. This was the Ekadashi, Mokshada Ekadashi. Recently we had Ekadashi. Ekadashi was the day Bhagavad Gita spoken. Again, holy day will benefit holy people. Bhagya Lakshmi, wherever the Lord is there, Lakshmi, opulence, victory is there. And most important, Krishna is personally there. Actually, if you know God is sitting on a chariot, you're a fool if you're going to fight. They're really fools. What is the point? What's the point? He will stop time. He can stop anything. Oh, what are you going to do? You cannot fight with him. So many big weapons. Krishna just stood up and took his garland. He put the chariot down. He made sunset. He will do anything. He is God. No, how you can? They could not touch Arjuna. All the big warriors were there. They could not touch. Okay, these are now discussed about the different symptoms which are felt in Arjuna. His limbs start quivering, his mouth is drying up, his whole body is trembling, his hair is standing on the end, his hands Gandiva bow, sleeping skin is burning, legs are unable to stand. So when he goes to see, and I think you can relate with this, You go to a war and you see your grandfather, your relatives there, opposite side, you will have the symptoms naturally. But a great devotee like Arjuna, it was not expected because he's supposed to be on a spiritual platform. So Krishna actually by his own yoga maya put Arjuna down in a situation like one of us so that he can instruct Bhagavad Gita. And Arjuna taking our role surrenders to the Lord and Krishna guides him. That's the message of Bhagavad Gita. So in this chapter, the scene is being built. These various symptoms are developed. Very nicely done. You will be able to, in the notes, read this. Then we see the 5 reasons Arjuna mentions he doesn't want to fight. He says, I'm feeling compassionate. Compassion is not something which generally we have because compassion only great people have. Everybody doesn't have compassion. Compassion is very rare in this world. Only great people have compassion. No enjoyment. He feels, what's the fun in all? What's the use of this? I'm not going to be happy by killing my own grandfather. I don't find any enjoyment. Rather, it's a sinful activity. Just to occupy a throne to kill your brothers, it's a sinful activity. Okay? You can see tears in Arjuna's eyes. Not tears of fear, tears of compassion. And he's feeling even more deeper. If I kill these people here, what will happen to the family, culture? Everything will get destroyed. And then finally, he's feeling confused because he look at back, everybody is expecting him to fight. He has been specially trained all life to do such a big war. Everybody is expecting him, but he doesn't want to fight the war. Indecision, 100 things are going back and forth. So these are the evidences I have given for this. It's a 128. Okay. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting, I feel the limbs of body quivering, my mouth drying up. I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. How any good? I was telling you, secondary. Papa, me thinks it is sinful. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra. Kuladharma, with the destruction dynasty, eternal family tradition is vanquished. Kuladharma is gone. He is worried about the implication of mass slaughter of so many people. Very. And then he's saying, I'm actually don't know which is better. Gariyo, what is better? To fight or not to fight? I'm confused. So in these verses, he reveals the 5 reasons he doesn't want to fight. You can divide. This is one way of dividing. You can make 10 reasons, 2 reasons. Basically, overall, some points we gather. Okay? And compassion, and which one you can see, which you relate to. Okay? Compassion, no enjoyment, sin, family tradition, and indecision. Okay, and this was the way we divided the chapter. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any question? Hare Krishna. I'm not getting anybody's
Hare
voice.
Krishna.
Yes. Did anything question come in this? This was just setting the scene. There's no philosophy much in Bhagavad Gita here. Spiritual platform has not started. Bhagavad Gita starts with teaching of the soul, separate from the body. But apart from some Mahabharata thing, setting up so that we can relate to how the Bhagavad Gita will progress. Any questions till now? Today, mainly really Mahabharata questions because Gita has not started in this chapter. Krishna has not started teaching Arjuna here.
Sir,
Yes.
Nileshwari here.
Yes.
Sir, actually, it's not a question, but yeah, maybe you can just share your thoughts on this. I did not know. For the first time, I heard that Krishna's Maya actually made Arjuna, like she actually put him in that situation where he felt fearful or he felt sad before the war. So basically, you said that Krishna created this situation so that he could find a platform where he could impart the teachings, impart the Bhagavad
Right.
Gita.
Very good.
So basically, is it also because, like, as Krishna said, that you are actually not doing anything, it is me who's doing everything. So maybe he has created this scene for the Bhagavad Gita. Is it like that?
See, Krishna does many things together.
Yeah.
See, you see, just by the instance being, he's doing it. These are all crooks. He's getting the mass slaughter. He's doing it. They're all Duryodhana and the gang had to be eliminated. Okay. See, Bhagavad Gita is not non-violence. Okay? Now, suppose
Mm.
a criminal comes, you tell me, and he kills 5,000 people in Bombay. Okay. And runs away to Pakistan. What are you supposed to do? If you ask me, is not that what India used to do, correct? We'll not play cricket match with you.
Mm.
Not a joke. So, you take your army on the border of Pakistan, you give me this crook or face the war. This should be,
Correct.
yeah, it should be coward, that he has to be punished. How are you going to, explain to those 5,000 people? See, in America, when Osama bin Laden did that thing, the day they killed Osama bin Laden, what was the newspaper headline? Everybody was like, so much sadness. 20,000 people died for no purpose. Innocent civilians.
Mm.
So, crook has to be punished. And Krishna, what all Duryodhana did at the end of it, Pandavas went for asking back the kingdom because they finished the Vanvas, correct? And he was playing
Mhm.
gimmick. Few seconds later, Arjuna, you Agyatwas before you come. It was a gimmick because Bhishma said, no, the time is right. They come only after the Vanvas period, done. He was saying, no, I'll not give you. Krishna went for peace offer, give them back their land. He said, I'll not give them place, you can put a needle. True. And
Mhm.
he went to counsel him, don't do like this, there'll be war and all. So then Krishna decided, now this guy has to be punished. Enough is enough now. Correct? When this guy has to be punished, now if anybody goes to protect him, it is their problem. It is not Arjuna's or Krishna's problem. You understand? Correct?
Correct.
Even though
Yeah,
Arjuna is
yeah.
it's their mistake. Why Bhishma and Drona is going to protect that group? It is their mistake. I have to do justice, just like Supreme Court passes an order of, he has to be arrested. Now he happens to
Mhm.
be a brother. What can be done? I have to do. It is true. Hands will shake when we do that. What it has to be done. And this is one part. Second part is that you see how many things you learn from this instance. Many of us say there is no time to study Gita. When was Gita spoken? Before the war is about to start. Hey, can you guys wait? Huh? Can you wait? I just want to clarify something. Gita is just trying to
Correct.
answer life's questions. Many of us don't ask questions of life. Who am I? Why I'm living? That's what Gita is actually end of the day. But Arjuna
Mhm.
asked this question when? Before a battle. And we say we don't have time. Second, many of us see this is not meant for sannyasis. Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to a family man so that all of us can say, we cannot escape from it. So you can see many things he's teaching from the situation.
Mm.
Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
हाँ,
I am Akaram Sharma.
आशा राम शर्मा जी किधर से हैं?
I am from Haryana, Prabhuji. Haryana.
हरियाणा
Southern Haryana.
बोले.
Prabhuji, in fact, no, so much thankful to you. For first time, no, we had a entirely different interpretation of Shloka 10. This word aparyaptam, na, that you told.
No, no,
I want to know.
if you type
I,
Sanskrit, take Google. You don't have to believe me. Take Google and type the word aparyaptam. There is Sanskrit Nirukti dictionary. That's the most famous dictionary. It will show both the meanings.
this is not my intention. I'm not finding fault with what you told, Prabhuji. It is, in fact, value addition. My thing is, in fact, most of our things emanate from our ignorance. We have read so little, we could understand so little. My thing, what I want to ask Prabhuji is whether this word, no, it was deliberately used by Duryodhana to sort of camouflage things, or it inadvertently happened so much.
You see, he is proving to be a politician with every word, correct? And now it's your guess or my guess, but it looks like this guy is quite a clever person. You see what happens? I don't know if you have done a public event, Hannah, when you do some public event, it's big head, whom to make sit in the front and all. We have to really protocol who will speak first and all, Hannah. So he's playing. Actually, he is the person like Duryodhana. He has nothing in his life except selfishness, Hannah. He's just using everybody, correct? He's just using everybody. So did he happen consciously or unconsciously? But that's how the meaning both of them got. Dhritarashtra felt, with me, it's complete. Dronacharya will feel bad, what am I doing here then if this fellow is complete? Oh, it's not aparyaptam, it's not complete actually. So I have some role to take it. Consciously, unconsciously, that's a separate issue, but it did the job. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. It was very wonderful, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, I had a doubt about Karna. As you've mentioned about him, you told that he was dissatisfied, right? Karna.
Oh, now you brought a new topic. Start.
So you mentioned he was dissatisfied, but he was dissatisfied and he was unhappy. So he went to Parshuramji and he learned something now. That dissatisfaction and unhappiness led to him learning something new from it.
He lied to Parashuram. See what happens in life. Life, certain things we don't have, correct? Everything we don't have. Some people have something which we don't have. Somebody has a very rich father, I don't have. Somebody has a very something which I don't have. True or not? It's a fact of life. Everything we don't have. Now, what we have, count your blessing. We should be very happy with that. Actually, his parents were very nice. Karna's parents, maybe carpenter or whatever they were, maybe the chariot drivers, but they were nice people, very nice. They gave him a lot of love. True, they were nice. But he was fine, and he was finding, honestly, he was finding things are not coming to him. Correct? True. He wanted a guru. Nobody wanted to teach him. He was finding, but then you don't have to be dishonest for that. See, dishonesty, what did it lead to finally? It didn't help him, no. Correct? आप क्या बोलेंगे? Would you advise your son, my dear son, if you don't progress in life, you have to become a crook? You'll not tell that. You will tell that? No, better. Whatever comes, be honest. Whatever comes, takes with the grace of the Lord. True? Won't you advise your son like that? Or what do you say? बेटा क्या सीधी उंगली से घी नहीं निकलता थोड़ा उल्टा काम करो. No parents will advise. So it would have been good for him. And anyway, had he stayed honest, some things God is always watching. Correct? True? Yeah. But he thought, let me be dishonest, but it didn't help. At the end of the day, he became dependent on a crook like Duryodhana. He could see Duryodhana is a very bad person, but he had to support him. Correct? And when Krishna came and revealed that actually you are the elder brother, oh my God, I'm stuck now. These idiots now, I'm so obliged to them. I can't come out. True? Correct? So had he stayed honest, actually he would have got the throne. But short circuit doesn't work. And why the short circuit did it? Dissatisfaction. So let us be honest and truthful. Everything God will give us. True.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Vinayakji.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Bhishma is is a devotee and has an intelligence, and but why he supports the Duryodhana?
See,
having so much
is a very funny
story. Great devotee.
If you ask me to defend Dronacharya, I'll not defend because he is not a perfect personality. Okay? He has made mistakes. But if you ask me to defend Bhishma, I'll defend because he, at the end of the war, after the battle is over, in Bhagavatam, if you have anybody excess, you can go to Veda Base. Veda Base is the ISKCON encyclopedia, freely available on the net. Veda Base. All the books are available, including Bhagavad Gita. I can just show you because some of you will say, I can read online. I don't have to spend money. Yes, you can do that. We have many apps also which are charged, but we have free thing is ISKCON has kept Veda base. You can type Veda base. Can you see that? Here it is. All the books in many languages are available for you. Can you see this? So this is Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavata. So you click on Bhagavatam, click on the first canto, and then you see something very interesting. Chapter 9, first canto, Bhishma's prayers to the Lord. And if you see these prayers, Bhishma proves to be a Chuparustam. He is a very great devotee of the Lord. Perfect. Now comes question, okay, this person I have to defend. What happens actually is that he has a relationship to the Lord of Shaurya. Just like sometimes Mr. Vinayak, do you remember childhood, we have a little wrestling with our friend just for fun. Just for friends,
Yes.
we wrestle. When Lord wants to have a little fun of fighting, that is why Jai Vijaya came down to this world. You know that, if you know the detail. Jai Vijaya just came to satisfy his fun of fighting. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ramana, Kumbhad, Shishupal, Dantarvakra in this Krishna incarnation. Similarly, Bhishma also gives pleasure to the Lord by fighting. And therefore, he was on opposite side. And when he was throwing arrows at Krishna, Krishna was taking it as flowers. It's a fun. So this is connected to his very unique relation to the Lord of Shaurya, giving pleasure to him by fighting. Therefore, he was on opposite side. Otherwise, he will not offer prayers, kind of prayers he offered, which are very advanced prayer when he was leaving the body. Generally, when you see the TV serial, they, what TV serial does a mistake. They do have a good intention of bringing to people our culture, but you should be qualified. And they bring down the whole Bhagavatam or Mahabharata to the level of Sahasbhav serial, because that's all they know. And that is not correct. True? It's not a Sahasbhav serial. It's very deep scripture. It's a real, what is so special for a Sahasbhav? They just bring it down to another Sahasbhav serial. And after watching that, people get totally confused. But it's not like that. So these deep things, they will not tell you that Bhishma is actually a great devotee. He was on opposite side just to give pleasure to the Lord. And actually, Krishna told him even in Vastrahana previous day, keep your mouth shut. Otherwise, Bhishma should have stopped that, what was happening to Draupadi. Okay?
Okay. Bhishma was knowing it, but he has kept quiet.
Told to keep quiet. Otherwise, a person like him is a highly virtuous man. Very virtuous.
I read Prabhuji that.
And as a social example, as an example in the society, social, Krishna saw, anyway, he had to leave the body. Krishna saw that he gets death penalty even for that. In the sense that internal though, he gave pleasure to Krishna fighting. Because if you keep silent also, you should get death penalty. If such a thing is happening, you can stop it, and you keep silent, you should be punished. True or not? Even today, the law, some crime is happening and you are standing there and don't do anything, you're punishable. True? You should have acted. Inactivity is also sinful sometimes. True or not? Like I was watching the Delhi, that one man, the famous, he crushed his girlfriend to death, by hitting her with a stone in front of everybody. True? Those people who are silent, they don't think they should have taken and beaten up nicely. So I just watching a fun, recording it, the idiots. They should have protected a small girl. He just clobbered her to death. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes. Finished? No other questions? Everybody's happy? No other questions?
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna. There is a question in the chat box.
Okay, please take the questions. Yeah.
Go to US and preach. Why not India?
He tried, no? Why did he go? See, he got an order when he's 26-year-old. For 44 years, he tried. 44 years. And after that, he understood. He was just like getting few followers here and there, few claps. That was not his. He wanted to create a revolution in the world. He saw the idea that, after being ruled, maybe India for 700 years, something like that was practically. People have lost confidence in themselves. Okay? Today, you see Indians are gradually getting back the confidence. True? And he, at that, not today's situation, the 19th, he's watching in 1940s, 50s, just, situation was difficult. And he understood for a mass, you have to say, Chalti Ganga mein haath dalo. People are imitating the West. So he decided, I'll go to America and bring thousands of them here. I'll let them imitate them. That's what he did. He brought thousands of America event, created a revolution, which is unimaginable in the history, and brought them to India and told India, now you imitate them. He held programs in all the big cities of India. Today, ISKCON is biggest in India. If you say which place ISKCON is doing best, he used to say some reason it's their own culture. They'll pick it up one day. Then you see they will do the best. Today in ISKCON, India is doing the best. In every angle of preaching, ISKCON is doing best in India. But there was some hesitation at that time, and he could understand. There is a joke of pizza. You heard about pizza? Now, the pizza is actually a dish of Italy, and nobody in Italy used to eat. So, what did somebody do from Italy? He went to America. Okay? And he launched pizza in America. It became international hit. Correct? To this day, you stay youngsters and everybody have pizza. I want pizza. It became international hit, a unique dish. Then he went back to Italy, said everybody's eating it. And they started eating their own dish. So Gita is produced in India. It was spoken in India. It has been kept in India for centuries. But somehow there was hesitation. So Prabhupada took the Bhagavad Gita to America. And it revolutionized. Millions of people started, taking interest in it. It went all around the world. Then he came back to India. Bhagavad Gita, everybody's reading now. Oh, really? It is there. In every house it is there. In my house also it was there. I never read. When I saw in my college, I tell you, me that happened. A German came to my college, and with, very tall, very handsome Austrians, Germans, French, they were playing Vrinanga and all. I was just looking at them like, oh my God, oh my God. I was looking at them. And I was thinking, hey, it's my own Gita. Let me also read. So don't you think this helps? The Gita became like Italian pizza for us. Okay, makes sense? What are the another question? Pillai Mataji, Anju Pillai.
Yes. Namanashta Das Prabhuji, on account of Govardhan Leela, will there be PL2 class starting tomorrow?
Govardhan Leela, we are going, and that function is being held in a huge farm in Mangalore. In fact, that lady has made a Govardhan itself at the farm. So we every year go there, we celebrate. Okay, this message you will get in your group. Okay, because the language leader, Aishwarya Mataji, will deal with it. I don't know. I just came as an emergency. There was suddenly a teacher was not, the teacher is assigned was not ready for the class. So I couldn't find anybody. In fact, I was traveling yesterday, just came back from Tirupati, just got ready, and then I saw no teacher, so I just came in. Okay. I'm like a Stepney here. Hey, Santosh VK, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
I was calling you. You saw 5:55. You see, there is a call. I was searching. So, okay. Mataji's mother is not well, so she had taken a break. I don't know if we can find a teacher among here, one of you. That's really nice. Chalo, next, anybody else? Hare Krishna. So what do we do from here on? You people read Bhagavatam, I heard, every day?
Yes, Prabhuji, we do read.
Oh, so we can, suppose if you want, we can have if you have time, I don't know whether you will, the classes, we have finished, we had a discussion also. Bhagavatam and Gita, the difference is this, Bhagavad Gita was spoken on the battlefield. And in a short time, maybe 45 minutes is maximum given. Just like we are speaking, no? If we are speaking in Sanskrit as your mother tongue, we would have spoken those 700%, not a big deal. But Bhagavatam was spoken for 7 days. Gita was spoken by Krishna to Arjuna. And Bhagavatam is spoken by whom to whom? Anybody?
Sutta Goswami.
Shukdev Goswami.
Sukhdev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj.
And who is Shukdev Goswami? Son of whom?
Veda Vyasa.
And who is Parikshit?
Parikshit is Arjuna's grandson.
So he gets in much more detail. Therefore, Bhagavatam, it's like Bhagavad Gita, I say, is like formulas. Bhagavatam is like salt examples. Much more deeper it goes. It's like Krishna Bhagavad Gita says, Yada Yada Dharmasya, hai na? But it doesn't tell you when all he came. Bhagavatam tells all the instances. What all even happened in those instances, Bhagavatam tells. Therefore, if you want to enhance your reading of Bhagavad Gita, you should read Bhagavatam. Literally, we study both this in ISKCON. We study both the book. Bhagavad Gita is by Krishna and Bhagavatam is about Krishna. I was asking somebody why Bhagavatam is so big. So he said very nicely, he said that when you speak about yourself, you'll speak just for 2 minutes. No? And this. But somebody speaks about you, will speak much more. So the devotees, when they glorify the Lord, that is Bhagavatam, speak much more. And it enhances our understanding of Bhagavad Gita. So we'll continue with the Bhagavatam. Anybody can share the screen. Where are you in Bhagavatam? Which chapter?
We are in the third canto, first chapter.